are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Weird Science Comics YouTube channel, where I'm going to be going through Tim Drake Robin. Oh my goodness, this book is a wreck. We all know it. I'm guessing there's not one person who clicked on this review to see if I like this book. No, you probably are here to see just how bad it is and how much I hate it. So I'll cut to the chase a bit here and tell you it's very, very bad, and that I indeed hate it a whole lot. But hey, stick around and find out why that is the case, because, oh boy, this is one that even surprised me. But before we get into that, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, enable the notifications, and let me know what you think of Tim Drake as a whole. And also, this issue is written, I just did air quotes, by Megan Fitzmartin with art by Riley Rossmo, but mostly Ricardo Lopez Ortiz, though you would think that that might improve the book's chances here because Riley Rossmo's art is so incredibly awful. But it seems like Ricardo Lopez Ortiz wants to make it so the trade goes seamlessly and apes a bit of Riley Rossmo's style. We'll get into that in a second, but I'll get one thing out of the way quickly. I don't hate this book because of Tim's sexuality. I just wanted to throw that out there. I really shouldn't have to, but I know some people do hate it because of that, and that's up to them. I'm here to tell you, though, there are so many things to dislike about this book before sexuality even comes into play. Megan Fitzmartin's story is a convoluted mess. Tim Drake is involved in a mystery, but the real mysteries here are what the hell's going on and how this ever got approved. Unfortunately, I don't think either of those will ever be solved. Part of the problem, though, is that Fitzmartin does a horrible job of setting up anything in this book. Characters come and go without much explanation, yet we're supposed to know and care about them. Major plot points change each time they're brought up or are just abandoned entirely. And then there are those special moments when something happens that you are so sure is supposed to be a huge deal, and you just shrug your shoulders as it falls flat with a loud thud. And then there's the art. Riley Rossmo's art up into this issue has just been so bad. I once said on our podcast that it makes my eyes vomit. Little did I know how right I would be. So what happens in this issue? Well, Tim gets captured by his mysterious nemesis, who pretends to be Bernard at first, but when Tim doesn't fall for it, he gets attacked by those construct creatures that I am still not sure how they really are made. You have Clayface Clay and these white tech discs, but it's so ridiculous and ill-defined, you just have to go with it. So, while Tim is fighting them, he sees a wolf man holding a disc with the alchemic symbol for salt, which is some kind of eureka moment telling him that these things can be defeated by acid, and starts running around, finding acid, and then pouring acid on these construct creatures. The problem is that he runs out of acid, and there's still a big shark left to be dealt with. So Tim Drake does what any superhero would do in this situation. He shoves his fingers down his throat and forces himself to throw up all over the shark. Yep, that's what happened. And seriously, Megan Fitzmartin showed that Tim Drake is a hero by sticking his fingers down his throat to force himself to throw up on a tech-assisted clay-faced clay construct of a shark because he saw an alchemic symbol for salt in a bottle held by a wolf man. That happened. That was not on my bingo card any sort of way. But we're not done yet. After this, we finally get the big reveal of who this villain is. You're not going to believe it, but it's true. It was James. James. Everybody's just sitting there. What? James who? What? James, the landlord of the marina. It's been him all along. You know, James, the guy we barely have had in this book at all. But it's played out as if this is this big moment where everybody's going to lose their shit. Oh, my God, did you hear it was James? James, nobody cares. It's, again, something that was never set up properly. And in this is just a joke because James keeps saying he wants to be the Joker to Tim Drake's Robin. First off, that doesn't even make sense anyway. And pretty much Tim Drake deserves better. He deserves better. In the end, Nothing matters except that James wants to be Moriarty in the stupid game he's playing with Tim. And if Tim doesn't play along, Bernard will end up getting blown up by a bomb that is somehow part of a devil-worshipping motif that James may or may not have bought on eBay from Motley Crue. I can't even get the idea of what's happening. The book sucks. It looks horrible. And yeah, you end up having Ricardo Lopez Ortiz, as I said earlier. He does try to go full Riley Rossmo on this, and as everybody knows, never go full Riley Rossmo on anything. This book, it needs to be canceled. It's not selling. It is horrible. It is just complete and utter garbage. There's really nothing about this book that is even slightly capable or, anything. It's driving me nuts. But there you go. It just keeps on chugging along. I'm giving this a 2.5 out of 10. It's one of my lowest scores in quite some time. And I might be being generous. I'd love to hear if anybody thinks that I am indeed being generous for this book because it is a mess. But there you go. I told you, everybody wanted to see how much I hated it. Well, there you go. All right, we'll move on from there. But thanks, everybody, for listening and watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, enable the notifications, and let me know what you think of this. And seriously, if you do like it, I'm not going to end up attacking you or anything. I'd love to have somebody convince me that this book is good because I don't necessarily love hating books. I just can't see it. I can't see it. So, good luck if you're going to try to convince me, but have at it. Try, do your best. But that's it. Thanks, everybody, for listening, and I'm going to get out of here. See you later.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.